Hello, hello, this is Brenda Weatherby and welcome to my kitchen. I'm with you here today for another episode of Wild Flavors. This is one of my easiest recipes, a go-to recipe when I get home from work and need to prepare something for my family in a quick amount of time. It's a one skillet prepare, so I think you're gonna like it. Today, the feature wild game is mule deer. Some of us think of mule deer as probably the least of the venison family, but this goes very nicely in this gnocchi that we're going to, pasta that we're going to make today. So we're gonna slice this up. I'll talk about the ingredients a little bit once we get over to the stove. And again, we always will have the quantities and exact ingredients listed at the end of the episode. Okay, so we're gonna thinly slice this. If you have a good sharp knife, that's gonna be a good thing. So we want it just a small thin slice. I probably will then, after we get this sliced, cut those again so they're a little bit more bite size, make it easier for our guests eating. Okay, that's probably plenty, so let's just set that aside. I'm going to give these a quick little bite size, just so we... Okay, so depending on how many people you're feeding, but that's probably a good pound of meat. If we want to do a little more, we could, but that's going to be good for us. So we're going to take this over to the stove along with all of our other ingredients and show you how to put this together. Okay, we're going to put this gnocchi together. It's a great little pasta dish. You don't have to strain it. Super easy. We're going to start by getting this flame on to kind of a medium high. Put a little olive oil in there. We'll add the onion and the garlic. Okay. I really want to learn how to make fresh gnocchi, but I haven't gotten to that yet, which would then make this not so easy of a dish, after work dish, but maybe another time we'll learn how to make gnocchi together. For now, we'll just use, this is literally the shelf. It's not even the refrigerated one. It's just the shelf gnocchi that you can just leave in your pantry and wait till you need it. So you always have to have a few of those meals that you can put together in a hurry. Okay. Let that cook for just a few. You know, here I really only have the onion, the garlic, and the sweet potato. You can do any vegetable with this. I've done zucchini, any type of squash, leeks. Yeah, sky's the limit. So pick whatever you got. Carrots are fine in there. They are going to like simmer a little bit at the end, so you kind of want something that isn't going to get mushy, but pick what's good. My daughter and I love sweet potatoes, so we tend to always have sweet potatoes on hand. And this is a perfect dish for them. So, okay, so that's fine. That's plenty. We'll just give it a little cook. Now we are going to add the meat that we sliced thinly. And actually, I am going I don't want to take this out of the pan because I don't want to wash another dish. So I'm just going to leave them over on the sides like that so that I can put my meat out in a single layer. Again, you don't want to spend all night washing the dishes after the really easy recipe. So I just tend to do this sometimes and it serves me well. These are gonna simmer at the end, so you really just need a tiny, tiny cook on these. Kind of even want the center of them to be not completely done. So as soon as I see them going, I'm gonna just flip them. Oops. Flip, flip. Don't worry about being exact. Doesn't matter really. Okay, so I got the whole first layer, and then as soon as they look like they're done, just throw them on top of the onions. So we can make our little pile here. It's gonna save us dishes later. That's great. Perfect. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more olive oil. This meat is really lean, so you're not really getting any fat. So sometimes you need just a tad more. And we'll cook the rest of them real quick. Okay. Okay, just about done. Okay, flipped them all. They're still going to be a little bit rare on the inside, which is exactly what we want. So then let's just put that all together. I am going to salt, pepper, and sage. So I should have probably done that before, but it's all going to end up the same. So we'll just sprinkle that in. Put in our sweet potatoes and our gnocchi. I usually try to stir this up so there's just a little bit of olive oil kind of hitting all that pasta, just a tiny bit, so it doesn't end up sticking. And also you want to make sure that the gnocchi isn't stuck together in clumps. Sometimes it does that, so make sure they're all kind of individual. Okay. Perfect. Hard part's over. We're just going to add the beef broth. Give it one more stir just so most of that gnocchi pasta is hitting some moisture. Okay. This is going to simmer for just a few minutes. We're going to turn it down to low so it doesn't burn on the bottom, and then cover it. We'll let this sit for just a few minutes. It will then create a perfect little thickened sauce. Like I said, pasta usually have to strain, but you don't have to with this, so it's going to be perfect. So we'll let this cook for a few minutes and then we'll see what it tastes like. Okay, so we've taken the lid off of this. A quick pro tip, if the sauce is not thick enough to your liking, then this is what I would do. I would just turn this up a tiny bit, keep the lid off, let it kind of come to a roaring boil. It's going to kind of reduce a little bit more, thicken up that sauce. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's turn that off. This looks done. We're ready to rock and roll. Okay, it looks great. This is your wild game gnocchi with sweet potato. Gonna give ourselves a little bit here. In that rich kind of gravy. Let's finish it off with a little Parmesan. Great. Oh, probably gonna burn my mouth here, but super good, rich. The sweet potato matches perfect. The mule deer is great, and your potato pasta, cute little gnocchi. It's amazing. You'll love it. It's easy after work. One skillet meal. Thanks for joining me. This is Brenda Weatherby with Wild Flavors, and we'll see you next time.